Yeah.
Oh,
What's going on, everybody? Oh, yeah. We are live. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite nerdy podcast. That podcast, of course, being Comic X.
Weeb! Ha! Ha!
I am your co-host, James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag send it to James, aka post up, fake, and dunk on these kids. And I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy Chris, aka. Come on, Dino, hit me hard, brother. That was good. Black Santa, aka chasing that stupid home run record, and then we get swept in the gosh diggity darn playoff. aka super.
Yeah.
Cold.
Okay.
What?
What's that?
What?
Okay.
Water.
Hell yeah.
Sponsored by nobody. Because we still don't got no sponsor. We are still unsullied by those sponsors. But damn it, they need to come on and join in. I see what's going on, Ray Shadow. Y'all need to come on and join in. All y'all sponsors. Manscaped, come on. It's getting cold out here. We all need y'all. Y'all need to come on and join in.
Bro, I'm saying I was about to buy some Manscaped shit, and then I was like, they still ain't sponsored us. I ain't buying it.
Nah, same here. I was too. But I was like, nah, man, y'all ain't sponsored us. I ain't buying it.
Well, we are here. We are chilling, and we got plenty of stuff to talk about. We have some trailers to go over. We got some news and speculation. We got some non-spoiler movie reviews to hit up. We got some sports shit to talk about. So we're just gonna jump in. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Headbutt it.
Headbutt it. Damn.
Headbutt that like button.
Okay, headbutt it. Headbutt it. Like Lionel Messi, just fucking headbutt that shit. And let's just jump into some sports stuff, because I know you got a little bit to get off your chest, Chris.
I do, man. I do, because Black Santa is honestly not in the best of moods right now. Who we got here?
Oh, that is Cap'n Comics saying ahoy. Ahoy to you as well. Final Dragon's in the house saying tap that grape soda and fill your head up.
That's right,
he says,
man.
no, Halloween is not over yet, but he's always Black Santa. That's just who he is. So whether it's Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Flag Day, Labor Day, it don't matter. He's out here as Black Santa.
Tell him, Dino, last time you came down to Greenville, Black Santa was still out there.
That's right.
You play that. I almost told the waiter to sit on my lap so I can really get her Christmas gift. Anyway,
he did almost tell the waitress to sit on his lap. That shit was fucking hilarious. So.
I was close, but me and our other guy who was with us, we still are there. We might want to come back there. She would have sat on that lap, but I don't know. She might have got in trouble. Who knows what will happen? I ain't trying to get nobody in no trouble. That story for another time. As of right now, we do got a lot to talk about. I'm on a little quick rant real fast, because Black Santa is not in a good mood because of what the New York Yankees have done. If you know, I am a beyond diehard Yankee fan, beyond diehard Laker fan, Ohio State fan,
right?
But as much as I love, I'm loving the Giants and Jets doing their thing in New York. That's always good to see. But those are the teams I support the most. Okay,
right.
And when it comes to my Lakers and Yankees, especially the Yankees, the mindset is no matter what, it's win a championship or the whole season was a waste. And Aaron Judge, great player, but he chased that AL home run record, which didn't mean a damn thing.
Nope.
Because when the playoffs got around, he was pretty much drained. And then we went against the Astros and got swept. We barely got past the I keep want to call them the Indians, but they did change their name to Gladiators. I think they're the Gladiators now, whatever. We barely got past them, and then we got swept by the Astros, who's going to the World Series now. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, screw all y'all. We go out there. We did absolutely nothing. I can't believe we got swept. I was wanting us to win 100 games. When we didn't win 100 and we won 99 games, I was like, man, their mindset is in the wrong place. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, damn it, man, you know, that's the thing. You Yankee fans, y'all all spoiled and everything. Well, you know what, man? You can suck my man, I don't give a damn what y'all think. All right, you know what? You can kiss my ass. Because at the end of the day,
sure.
you know what Black Santa do? Black Santa come down your chimney, cut your balls off, and then put it in a nice little box, wrap it on up, and then go up that chimney, go to your mom's chimney, come down there, and you can take it any way you want to, what I'm going to do after that point. But at the end of the day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her that gift of your balls as the gift that she got this year.
He's going to come down her chimney. Is what he's going to
come
do.
right down your mom's chimney. Probably going to go up your mom's chimney too. Anyway, the point is, screw all y'all who got a problem with Black Santa and the rest of the Yankee fans being what we supposed to be, because we are breaded. We have the most championships in baseball history, and hell, probably any sport in the grand scheme of things in all modern sports.
Yep.
You know, and yet we had to deal with this garbage of them being focused on the AL home run record, which again wasn't as important. It's not like he was going after the overall home run record, which Barry Bonds has. Whether you think Barry Bonds a cheater or not, it doesn't really matter. And you know, he probably is. But technically, he never failed any drug tests. But you can kind of look at the situation and tell
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's Bill Belichick.
Cheating, you ain't trying.
Bill Belichick lived by that. But at the end of the day, last thing Black Santa got to say about that is, look, this was a wasted year. Congratulations, Aaron Judge. You never heard me bring it up on the podcast at all because I didn't care about it. Only thing that matters is us winning, and we damn sure didn't do that. But he broke the AL record. Congratulations to him. But that did absolutely nothing for to the grand scheme of things. It wasn't even an overall home run record, so who gives a damn?
Here's my thing with the Aaron Judge shit. Yes, congrats to breaking the American League home run record.
Yes.
But why did we have to watch every one of his at-bats when he was getting close to the damn record? You know what I mean? I'd be sitting here watching some other sport totally unrelated to baseball. I'll be watching the 6 o'clock news. All of a sudden, it cuts in to Aaron Judge at-bat, striking out. I'm like, this motherfucker. It made me hate Aaron Judge. I'm like, get this dude off my fucking screen, bro. I'm trying to watch. You know how funny it would have been if it was like another monumental sports moment and they fucking cut it to Aaron Judge striking out for the record.
Bro,
I know that didn't actually happen.
It got so close to him not breaking the record because he was stuck on like 62 or 61 or whatever for a good period of time.
Captain Comic says you better watch out. Black Santa will even make your dad a bottom. So he be coming down your mom and your dad's chimney. So you gotta watch out, bro. You gotta watch out for that shit.
Pause somewhat, but yeah, it's not like that.
Oh shit! All right, so just real quick while we're on the topic of sports, yes, poor Yankees. I hate it for y'all. But also, man, poor Bucks. I hate it for y'all too, man. I just say that with a smile on my face. I hate it for Tom Brady, man. He lost to the Carolina Panthers with no team. Zero, not even a head coach. They don't even have a coach. They just over there. They just show up. They're like, do I go in now? All right, I'm gonna go in now. Like they don't even have a fucking coach.
Yeah,
they just got a bunch of bums on the sideline, a bunch of draft picks waiting to be utilized, and they beat Tom Brady and the Bucks with their weapons too. I might say it's not like
that's
it was.
The thing. Brady can't even use the excuse that guys are out. They got their guys. Obviously, he's missing his favorite target, Rob Gronkowski, but still, he's not part of the team. That's not an injury. That's a guy who's retired. So they have their weapons, and that team is still way too talented to be a 500 team. I think they're actually under 500.
They're under 500.
Are they 3-4?
Yes, they are.
So yeah, they're under 500. So and that's ridiculous. And it's got to be the first time Brady's been under 500 in a very, very long time.
20 years. Is
it 20 years?
20 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Wow. Yeah. That's unbelievable to be under 500 at this point in the season. It's been 20 years. That's unbelievable. But you know what? Black Santa got some other stats he want to bring up real quick. We're going to talk about somebody else. And Brady's somewhat in here, but we got to put glasses back on.
Yeah.
as Black Santa read these stats to y'all, listen to this. Black Santa actually did, Black Santa always does his own research, and Black Santa knew this, but I need to write this down so I don't forget. So Black Santa got this for y'all. For good old Patrick Mahomes. Listen to these numbers, Dino.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, okay? This man, when it comes through his first 70 starts, his first 70 games, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
This man has the most wins. Well, it's basically through 70, but basically first, whatever, 70. He has the most wins with 55, which is plotted out the most. He has the most passing yards rating with a 302.1. So basically 302 passing yards, most, number one. Passing touchdowns, 171, number one. Here's another number. Here's another stat that blew me away. When it comes to when he's facing a 10-point deficit, this man has a 59% win percentage. Not only is that the most, the second best person is Tom Brady with a 37, which you can kind of range up to 38 because it's 37.9. But basically a 38% win percentage. Peyton Manning's also on that list with a 30% win percentage. But look at the difference. Patrick Mahomes, 59%. The next closest is 38% when he has a 10-point deficit going into like the fourth quarter. That's amazing.
Very amazing.
That is amazing. Patrick Mahomes is on a whole nother level, man. Like this guy, Aaron Rodgers, I've always said, Peyton Manning, my favorite. I think he's the best. But Aaron Rodgers, when it comes to throwing the ball, I've said, man, that dude's the best thrower of the ball I've ever seen. Patrick Mahomes, honest to God, he might be the best quarterback I've ever seen for what he's done in such a short amount of time.
Very short amount of time, and he's very special to watch.
He is.
It's always entertaining. Like I look forward to watching him play probably more than anyone else. When even like my own team, when I'm just like, Panthers are on. Oh, I hope that oh, well, it's the Panthers. So it's like hope they win, but it's the Panthers. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
But like when they're on prime time or just whatever, going to watch Patrick Mahomes, it really is something else. And just like you said, right out the gate, it didn't even take that much time for him to achieve these numbers. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. So he is still my candidate for MVP this year.
Of course, I still got my boy Josh Allen. I'm very
even
pleased
though Josh Allen is demolishing this year.
He is putting it up, man.
I love it. I love to see it.
Dude, this is great, man. This is great for quarterbacks in general. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFL overall.
And it's
young.
Good that
talented.
I was going to say, because it's good that they're coming in to replace some of these old heads that have overstayed their welcome by at least a season, as we are seeing.
As we are seeing. I got one more quick thing I got to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
And if we got anything else, we'll go into it. But I got to say this because my brother's been killing me about it. This NBA a little bit. I've always defended Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Right? It's getting to a point I got to say on live. It's getting harder and harder to defend this man. Ben Simmons has in the 3 games, because the NBA season just really kicked off, but he has fouled out in 2 of the 3 games he's played. And this dude is averaging like 7 points per game. Like Ben Simmons has always been an offensive liability, but it's gotten to the point now where this dude 7 points. And not only that, this man at least used to be able to say Ben Simmons could play defense.
Right.
This dude is second worst defensive rating in the NBA. The only person with a worse defensive rating is the guy on his team, Kevin Durant. So you can't, but at least Kevin Durant's putting up 30 plus. He had like 37 or 35 in the last game. This dude, Ben, is giving you nothing. You're basically playing 4-on-1 out there. It's a problem. I mean, it's a problem. I know there's issues in my Lakers with Russell Westbrook, but you can't blame everything on him. I mean, he did go 0-for-11. How the hell a top 75 player go 0-for-11? Okay. God. And, oh, God. But Ben is just is just on something else. And honestly, man, this has become a problem where I don't know if his head is still messed up or what, but this dude got to figure something out because this is ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's getting hard for me to defend this dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to make sure I said it so my brother could shut up and stop saying, "Oh, you only see nothing but good things on Ben. Get on him." I'm getting on him. He's stinking the place up. He needs to get this stuff changed, or honest to God, they're gonna have to trade this dude again, and they're gonna have to do something. Or them Brooklyn boys gonna turn on him real quick.
All
and
right.
Russ, seriously, Russ, I gotta say this. The Lakers, you need to get rid of Russ. We got to get rid of him. He don't want to be there. We don't want him there. And he doesn't want to be there. It's obvious. Everything shouldn't be blamed on Russ, but here's another stat for you that's just disgusting. Do you know Russell Westbrook is in 4 years, he's the first player to do this in 4 years. So here we go. To take a shot with 30 seconds or less in the game, 15 seconds or less on the shot clock, he took a shot and missed, obviously. He's the first player in 4 years to do that because no one's that stupid to do that. You have a lead. You have 30. It was 25 seconds left in the game.
Uh-huh.
You have a freaking lead, a 1 point lead. You have 18 seconds left on the shot clock. And what does this man do? He runs up and take the shot. We miss. They go down and tie the game, and then they go and beat us.
That is not the way that you want to do your business out there.
Sit him down. I'm sorry.
Rob,
Get to the point now. Sit his butt down.
Rob Christensen coming in with a little bit of a troll saying the NBA has sucked for 20 years. Chris and I were kind of talking backstage. We said that the game is just so different from like what we grew up watching.
Yeah.
And what I grew up training or, coached how to play of moving the ball around, getting down low, posting up, taking those layups, taking it to the hoop. And teams just don't play like that anymore. And I blame Steph Curry.
No.
I blame Steph Curry 100%.
It's because you look at Steph, he's this little guy. I mean, obviously, guys got to understand, they can't do what Steph can do. He's revolutionized the game with his shooting. But it's a lot easier to be Steph than it is to be, we're going with current guys, LeBron James. Mm-hmm. A big, giant freak of nature who's athletic, who can dunk and do all this. It's easier to shoot than it is to be that athletic and freakishly, gifted in that way than it is to be a three-point shooter. So guys see Steph and say, I can be closer to him than I can like a LeBron or, if you want to go Ja Morant, who's just jumps out of a building. You could be closer to Ja Morant. You could be closer to Steph than any of those athletic guys.
Right. I feel like they're scared. They're soft.
No, a lot of them get scared. Yeah, because
they don't want to take it to the whole. Like, what are you scared of? If you're working out, if you got some muscle on you, and you take it to the hole, I'll take it to the hole on someone who weighs 100 pounds more than me, which is going to be hard to find someone who's like 320 pounds. But I'm just saying, what are you scared of? I don't understand. Like, you scared of getting your wrist slapped? You scared of like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
I know what you mean.
What are you scared?
Dude, think about this. Giannis, who's one of, if not arguably right now, the best player in the NBA in the grand scheme of things. Giannis, Joker, two-time MVP, reigning MVP currently, and Luka Doncic. Those guys said the Euro League and Euro competition is harder, not better. He said obviously NBA is more talented and more better, but he said it is harder in the Euro League and all that because of how defenses play. You can't run into the lane and like it's more physical. In the NBA, once you beat your guy, they just give up. It's not as physical. It's not as crazy. So it's a lot harder than it is in the NBA now. So it's about the softness. It's a lot softer in the NBA than it is across seas and all those. Those guys, they're going to hit you. They're going to rough you up.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do that now.
What up, Doyle? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well.
What's good?
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. Just last thing that I got to say about it is just like when I was growing up and we were playing, even like today when I was playing just at the YMCA, just little pickup games or whatever. The team that I was on, we just moving the ball around, take it to the hole, post up, that kind of shit. Team we were playing, just these kids that are trying to shoot from like 5-6 feet off the three line, and you're gonna make 1 out of 5 of those. Like you're just not, especially when you're trying to do these crazy like pull up, real fast, quick release. Like you're not Steph Curry. Like I'm sorry, it's that dude's 1 in a million, and I hate that. Like I love watching him play, but I hate what he's done. That everyone wants to do that now.
I can agree with that. And Steph Curry is my favorite player in the NBA after Kobe retired because I was always a big Steph Curry fan. So I love Steph. But I agree with you. It does suck. Oh, Dino, I got to ask you this, though, man.
Yeah.
I got to ask you this. Did you hear what Lisa Leslie said?
Lisa Leslie,
a WNBA player.
No, what did she say?
Former WNBA player, obviously. She's retired a long time ago.
Okay. Go ahead.
So she was on the podcast or whatever this thing is with like LeBron, Draymond Green, and different other sports guys, right? Okay. And basically she was saying that the WNBA, because the question she was asked was, what can the WNBA do that can improve their game? She goes on this rant and basically says, well, they need to get paid more, and maybe the NBA players can stop going to clubs and stuff and donate their money to the WNBA because listen to it. She said one of their contracts can pay for the entire WNBA's contract. I love Draymond. There's time, obviously, Draymond could put his foot in his mouth, but one thing I love about Draymond is he's gonna tell you what he's feeling. He's gonna be honest. And when he's not, knocking out teammates, Draymond was like, bro, this is pissing me off because no one supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
Right.
No one does.
Sure.
And it's true. When you see I know you don't watch WNBA games.
No, the fuck I don't.
I'm a sports junkie, so I do watch it. But when you see the WNBA, anytime an NBA player, this could be a bum. This could be a guy who just rides the bench. They quickly go and show you that they're there. It could be a college damn player, and they're like, oh, so-and-so's here watching the game and blah, blah, blah. What we got real quick?
This is just Rob saying that the 1988 Pistons defense could destroy any modern team, but that is fantasy booking.
He got some points there. It would be very tough for them to defend those bad boy Pistons, man. That's true.
NBA basketball isn't the team sport it used to be. Free agency has led players to chase individual statistics and accolades more than the W. Oh, that's a good point right there.
That's a very good point. That is facts right there. 100% true.
The NBA already finances the WNBA.
Let me explain to you how much they does, though. That's not just a funny joke, though. Okay, listen to this, Dino. Since the WNBA has been around, and I think they're on like 26 years now, 26, 27 years, the WNBA every single year has never turned a profit. And you know how bad it is? Every single year, it has been $10 million except for 1 year. $10 million the WNBA has been under. $10 million every single year for the last 20 plus years. They came in existence in 1997, I believe. The only year it wasn't 10 million was 2017. It was 12 million. And the best year they had, I think they had like 60 or 30 or 60 million dollars what they put in that year, and they was still $10 million in the hit in the hole, basically. The NBA on the other side is basically 7.9 billion, basically 8 billion. They're always they're putting in the work. But the WNBA is just always it's basically a tax write-off for Adam Silver every single year. The NBA finances everything. If it weren't for the NBA, WNBA wouldn't be around anymore. They would have been shut down. But yet you see, and I'm being honest, but yet you see these arrogant WNBA players saying they should get paid equally. No, you shouldn't. Because one, your sport can't afford it. The NBA will have to pay all that again if you're $10 million every year short. Come on, bro. Like, what do you? Why? Your numbers don't say you should be paid. It's not a sexist thing or a man versus female garbage. Because I've always said, if the female is the head movie star, she should be the one paid up. If we coming to see her in this movie, she should be the one paid more than anybody. It's how it works. The stars get paid what they supposed to get paid. The WNBA players don't put in enough work. And then they arrogant and think they're too damn good. And honestly, I'm going to call it what it is. I watch the WNBA, yes, but damn it, those girls aren't that good. They're kind of bad.
You know what I want to see? A WNBA dunk contest, and then we can talk about their salary.
So we got to lower the rim.
Just about to say, or maybe we lower the rim and we might get some more exciting play. Shit, that's wrong. There's a I would put it on for us, but it's like 10 minutes long, so I'm not going to do that right now. But Bill Burr goes off on the WNBA, basically saying that there are more women than men on the planet.
Yeah,
so
and they're not supported.
Women should have showed up for the WNBA.
Yep.
And it was very funny the way that he put it. And I'm not going to try to retell this dude's jokes because he says it way funnier than I could. But yeah, I mean, the point was there that basically, like, you know, you had your chance to stand up and support. You should be packing out, selling out the arena every time. And he's like, could you name one or even two WNBA teams? Could you even name the one that's in your own city? And you can't do it.
That's true.
I couldn't do it.
True. That is so true. If you go out there and you go to let's say 20, 30 women, and you say, name the WNBA team in your city, how many of them you think actually would be able to do it?
Unless they're actually like into basketball or playing high school or college ball, I highly doubt that they would be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll be like,
it just is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some comics because we actually have some trailers. We got some stuff to talk about. I'm pretty excited about this. So I half watched this first trailer, and then I didn't watch the second trailer at all. I don't know if you've seen either one of the trailers.
I haven't seen neither.
Haven't seen either. We got an Ant-Man trailer, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which is coming out in a few months. We also have the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special trailer, which is coming to Disney Plus in, I would assume, about a month or so. And both of those should be pretty solid. So let's take a look at what Alpha said. It's sad that they can't draw an audience. I've seen some really good NCAA women's games. Not sure where the disconnect comes from in transferring the talent to the professional level. It's just that college ball for football and for basketball is almost cult-like in its fandom. I mean, there's a lot of betting and everything that goes on with it as well that kind of leads to it, I think. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't translate over to the professional as far as the women's sport. And,
it just doesn't. And then with the WNBA, you see these girls, they're supposed to be the king, like the whole fundamental thing, but their fundamentals just look so bad in the WNBA where I don't know if they felt maybe they made, I don't know, but it's a lot of just missing that you'll be like, how are you missing these shots? It's a lot of bad passes that you're like, what are you doing? It's just
part of it too is that nostalgia. When it comes to college sports, it's like, oh, I went there. Or like, oh, I grew up in that city. And you kind of have that like support with it from there just because you do. And they're playing on days that professional sports aren't playing. That's another thing.
Yeah, those
like
girls
WNBA,
are more hungrier too to get to the pros. So they because I've seen some good WNBA games too, college NBA games too. He's right, female college.
So another thing is if you're the WNBA, maybe don't put your championship on like NFL opening weekend. That's just a thought. Going out there. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into these trailers. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Let's share screen, Chrome tab, Ant-Man. All right, let's go ahead and watch this.
Okay, let's see this.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
We made this. It's like a satellite for deep space, but quanta.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now.
Where are we?
Okay, so I guess when they got transferred down to the quantum realm here, they're not infinitely shrinking. They're just in the quantum realm.
It looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, okay.
I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my own mind.
It's a secret universe beneath ours. What are you so afraid of? There's something I never told you.
This place. It isn't what you think.
Oh, yeah.
I can get you.
Bill Murray.
And give you more time. You help me. So, what's it gonna be? Ant-Man.
Hell yeah.
Yes, indeed.
February
Okay.
17th. All right, a little Valentine's Day movie for us.
Yeah, if it don't get pushed back.
Yeah, right. If we don't lose it. Hell yeah, I'm with it with that with Jonathan Majors. I already said when he made his appearance on Loki that I thought he crushed the role right there. So I'm super pumped to see him come back as Kang. And I think that they said that this is going to be like Conqueror, like real fucking Conqueror Kang.
Okay, we're gonna be amped up and ready to put in that work.
Yeah, this is like the dude Kang. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I know the first Ant-Man movie was so surprisingly good that I'm really hoping that it carries over. Even Ant-Man and the Wasp I thought was pretty solid. So coming through that right level of humor versus like actual dire consequences looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. I agree.
I don't know who Bill Murray is supposed to be playing. Did they actually announce it? Because I just saw. I didn't notice it the first time I watched. Like I said, I only half watched it. But has he been given a character?
I don't know. Maybe
publicly. I mean, obviously he has.
I haven't heard anything though. But I don't know.
Let's see. Bill Murray, Ant-Man. Who is Bill Murray playing in Ant-Man 3? Is rumored to play Krylar. Krylar only made an appearance in one issue of The Incredible Hulk in 1962. I was like, who is this motherfucker? Krylar only made one appearance. In that story, the Hulk shrinks through the microverse and meets Krylar, who has a machine that can generate a physical form of anybody's worst fears. Okay.
That's an obscure character to put in there.
Yeah, they were digging deep on that one. They were like, let's go back. Let's go back 60 years and find this one appearance character.
Throw him in there. All right.
Yeah. And then we're gonna cast Bill Murray as him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it works. I guess we'll see. But interesting. It definitely gets the people interested.
So what'd you think about the trailer, Chris?
I thought it was good, man. I definitely thought it was good. That's the thing, man. Marvel usually is very good with their movie trailers. And this is another one where it looks pretty damn good. And it has that simple, Marvel theme of things with the comedy and stuff. But I'm with you. This one at least has dire consequences, but I just hope we don't get no more of the Ragnarok garbage and the way the last Thor movie was in general, with too much comedy, where it's just not enough serious stuff. So I think it's gonna be different. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
I'm pretty excited for it too. I got to show one more thing because my group chat was like roasting. The poster was also released for it. So let me just bring this up real quick, and then you tell me what you think.
We're getting on that poster there?
This poster right here, with it looks like just Kang holding Ant-Man in his hand.
Okay.
I thought it looked okay.
It looks fine to me. What were they saying when they bringing up the Simba stuff?
No, I don't know. They're just
like his Lion King.
No, I mean, like I like it because it's different than. I feel like the last few Marvel movies have all had that same like character on character with like one character in the center.
Yeah.
And it's just like everyone kind of around looking in different directions with like bright purple lights coming out.
I was just about to say, I like the more darker tone in terms of coloring instead of the bright purple, pink, and all that other brightness and stuff. Yeah, I like this. I think it's a cool look. It looks cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, I thought the trailer looked okay. I mean, the poster looked okay too. So yeah, I was definitely not complaining about that. But I was just like, I need to see if I'm tripping or like, it actually it actually does look good. All right, cool. So yeah, Ant-Man coming out February. Looks like it's gonna be a little Valentine's weekend, whatever. Probably gonna go up against whatever trash slasher film is gonna be released that weekend. So should be doing good. Yeah. Oh, did you get around to watching Werewolf by Night, by the way?
I have not. I do plan on watching it this weekend for sure. I do plan on watching it. I'm so, look, man.
Achilles.
I was dealing with my Yankees. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't want to hear that.
Okay. All right. Well, so you're gonna get around to it this weekend. Good.
But
I'm
I
gonna
can
text
watch
you
it this weekend.
and remind you on Saturday. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna be like, Chris, you watched that?
I'm gonna be like, yeah, James, I watched.
It's gonna be like 6 a.m. too. I'm gonna be like, Chris, you watched that?
I don't care. I'll be Ain't gonna stop me. I don't care. I'll be up.
All right. We have another trailer. So now this one I have not seen at all. I got to bring it up real quick. So Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special trailer. All right. Here. Whoa. Hold on. Let me share the screen. Pretty excited about this one. People seem to be pumped about it when they're sharing it today. I think this one dropped today. So the Ant-Man one dropped yesterday. I think this one dropped today.
Okay.
But we're gonna go ahead and play.
I just saw on the calendar that right now on Earth it's almost Christmas time.
We don't have time for trivialities like Christmas.
But Peter's so sad about Gamora being gone. Maybe if we go to Earth for a really wonderful Christmas gift, it would make him happy. Something special he will never forget.
What about someone special?
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
I just said that, Drax.
Your voice is small and mousy. I think maybe he didn't hear you.
Kevin Bacon.
That's a Christmas present.
I don't blame his response.
I'm Groot.
Yo.
Okay.
That shit's pretty funny.
That's good. That's good. Like, that's fine being, comedy and more funny driven because this is a Christmas special, and I'm fine. That's great. That looks like it's gonna be a fun one. Not too crazy. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm still wondering, will it end with them finding Gamora and that's the real present he gets, their reunion there, or if it's still gonna be like I've always thought, before really knowing the Christmas special, that the main part of the first half of the movie or quarter of the movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, would be them hunting her down and getting her then. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see.
I'm not expecting too much. I don't think anything serious is going to happen. I mean, I'd be surprised if it did, right? But I really don't think that anything of consequence is going to happen. But I think it's going to be fucking hilarious. It is James Gunn who is backing it as the director or creator, writer, or whatever. So he has a pretty solid track record with the first two films, as well as Peacemaker and the new Suicide Squad film for DC. And speaking of James Gunn, we actually have some news about James Gunn being named co-CEO of DC Films with Warner Brothers Discovery and DC.
Wow, so he's going over to DC?
It looks that way. It looks like he just signed or whatever, this contract. It was confirmed today. that he is going to lead the film, TV, and animation division along with Peter Safran with DC for DC. So yeah.
Okay,
Looks like,
my only thing is that's a good one, but my only thing is be careful with having him run too many things because it's never really a good idea to be running too many things, no matter who you are.
Right. Well, he's done with Guardians now.
You can get a little. He's not going to have everything's not going to be a home run. And their animated aspect, DC does well with that, so they don't really need him or much on that. Their animated stuff is really much better, obviously, than their actual movie stuff. They more than 7 times out of 10, they really knocked that out the park. They really do okay with that. They didn't do very good on their Injustice thing. That was garbage.
Right.
But most of the time they do very well. Yeah.
It's like, damn, you have one of the best stories and you fucking
and then you
flop on that one.
Yeah, it was downright garbage.
Yeah. So what was I gonna say? So it seems like it seems like he's going to be in the almost like Kevin Feige position just for DC. Okay. So he's just going to be kind of like leading and kind of overall storyboarding things, projecting ideas along with someone else as well, which is good that they have a partner. I do agree with you that their animation is pretty solid, so they don't need too much help in that department. But their overall get a fucking one lane going. They do need some help there, for sure. I don't think anyone could argue against that. So yeah, no, that's good. I think there was also some news recently this week about speaking of DC that they have found a candidate to replace Ezra Miller for the Flash going forward after they release / don't release this Flash movie. I'm still not really sure what they're doing.
I still don't know what's happening with this either.
New Flash actor.
I kind of part of me is like, okay, I understand the financial aspect of it, whereas it could be best to release it, how much you put into it, but at the same time, part of me is like, man, maybe we shouldn't release it and just wash our hands of this guy.
I don't know, man. Now Ezra Miller's facing 26 years or something in prison.
Is he really?
Yeah, that's what they're
talking
about.
That's
the maximum.
I shouldn't release this because I just don't even want to have this trash human being sitting on this movie. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I'm just saying.
I'm happy I'm not making that call.
It's a maximum. It's a potential maximum sentence, which means it's probably not going to happen. But
considering he's rich and famous, he'll get and since he ain't technically murder anybody, he'll get an overall slap on the wrist.
George McKay is the name that's being tossed around, who is a relatively no-name person. I kind of looked up what they've done, and it's not much. So it is kind of like a no-namer. Let's see if there's anything that you might recognize. There was The Outcast in 2015. The Hulu television series 11/22/63, based off of the Stephen King novel. He played a minor role in that. Birdsong from 2012. Yeah, nothing that's really gonna pop out at you. Be like, oh my god, yeah, I know that. So it is a relatively no name, which I think is good. Honestly, I think that's good.
Yeah.
We need to stop worrying about these, worrying about names so much, because look at all the people. Robert Downey Jr. was a name, but not a good name.
Evans, it was looked at as a huge one, yeah. Huge risk.
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, they were no names. Just going based off of some people like that. Maybe we should see more of that. Just bringing some fresh blood into the movies.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that, man. I'm huge. Yeah, 100. Good move.
All right.
So
unless
it's going to be the other kid from the actual CW one. Outside of him, I'm with you. Yeah,
I think this is his final season there too. I
I did read that. Yeah, this is the end of the series.
Yeah. Pretty long running show. It did good. I guess he's just whatever. He's going to get his check and move on. Hopefully get that fucking residual or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I mean,
What is it
if
called when
I'm
they
him,
get the
I
replay?
would be a little, not necessarily bitter, but I would definitely be a little angry. And again, I don't know if they ever contacted him. I don't know this. But if DC never contacted me about the Flash role for the movie aspect of it, I'll be a little angry about that.
Yeah.
If they did
At least-
contact me, he just said no, he didn't want to do it. That's one thing. But if they never did, that would be something where I'll be like, that's kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah, the
Look
royalties.
at how
That's
great
right.
I did.
Yeah, or at least just be like, just reach out and be like, hey, look, this is like we're going for this multiverse or whatever. You're just in a different part of the DC universe, and that's why we need to do someone else for the movie, or else it'll be too confusing or something.
At least something, yeah.
Because they're trying to tackle stories that have already been tackled on the show, type of thing.
True.
So
At
yeah,
least
I get it. Yeah, something. All right. So speaking of DC movies, everything, we have Black Adam release this weekend. For some reason, critics decided to give it around like a 40-something% overall, but the audience,
like 44, I think I saw.
yeah, like it was low 40s. But the audience came back and was like, no, high 80s, low 90s is what we're talking about. So Chris, you saw the movie. I have not seen it, so we're going to give a spoiler-free review here.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell us your take.
All right, man. I really enjoyed it. Again, this is spoiler free this time. We're not going into Dino watches it. Then we'll give our like a more of a movie review in that aspect of it. But man, it was fun. If you're just looking for a good fun time, see Dwayne the Rock Johnson kick tons of ass, this is the movie to watch because it is a lot more action than it is. Like, don't get me wrong, there is dialogue and set pieces and all that stuff, but it is way more like fights than it is anything else. It is basically the total opposite of what the Eternals was, where this thing is mainly fighting and then like, you know, a story here and there. It is really good. It's like, it is not a movie where it's going to rewrite the superhero genre or rewrite, you know, it's nothing like that. Because even the story itself can be a little not disappointing, but a little it's not the greatest story in the world. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the greatest story. But it is a fun movie. It is a really fun movie. Everybody played their parts well. Everybody did a good job. It has a really good music score, but there was some weird choices with some of the fight scene music that they used. I will say that I was kind of like, kind of weird that you tried to do that. But
I like that you brought the music into it. The music nerd in me likes that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. So it definitely has some things there, but overall the music is pretty good. But it is some questionable music choices on certain scenes. But it is, again, I can't emphasize enough. It is a fun movie to watch. It's just fun.
Good
a lot
popcorn
of fun
film,
action.
Just a good, like, get some popcorn, get some
It's
snacks
just a
or
good
whatever.
popcorn movie.
Yeah,
man.
good
It's
popcorn
just
movie.
to go to. Don't go in there again thinking it's going to be the greatest thing. This is what DC is going to be like. This is what we're punching Marvel with. No, it's not going to be that. But it's so good. It is a really good movie overall. A lot of people will give it a 7 out of 10. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Because I really, it was just fun. But it's definitely an 8, 7 out of 10 type movie. It's just great. It's good. It's really good.
Awesome. It looks like already debuting in North America, it's debuted at 67 million and globally at 140 million dollars this weekend.
And they picked the right person because the one thing I will say, The Rock, you can tell The Rock really not just wants this movie to do well, but he really was into this character. Through the whole movie, you can tell he is invested. And that's what I like to see. Because there's times you can tell in the movie where you can be like, I don't know if that guy's really into it. No, The Rock is fully into it, and he gives a really good performance here.
So I think The Rock, I like that you bring that up, because I think that he was like signed on for it or like really pushing to get this role for a while, right? It's been like multiple years.
2007 is when he was casted for this role. 2007. And that is something you can kind of see, though, when you're watching the movie, is that some things can seem a little not up to date, where you can see where this movie was, 2070 at times, where it can come up to maybe 2014-ish, because you're like, oh, okay, I can see certain things where it's like, yeah, it could have been a little more modernized. But again, since 2007, this dude was casted back then. It's a long time.
It is a long time, for
It's a
sure.
long time.
I like The Rock, even though a lot of people say, he does the same role for every action film he's in. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Screw you guys. He's a Rock, baby.
I do think that he brings a lot of charisma and
Yes.
just that energy, that presence that you don't find with everybody on screen. He knows how to hold a camera. He knows how to hold an audience.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to watching. I'll probably watch it like one of these weeknights. Just kind of go and watch it. Just chill.
Yeah, you have a good
yeah.
time, man. And of course, it's The Rock, dude. And of course, I'm say like, well, you're biased. You're a giant wrestling fan too. Yeah, of course. I grew up watching The Rock. I grew up watching the People's Champ. So I'm a giant Rock fan. He's the man, dude. And he was a badass in this movie. He did a good job. What we got here?
Final Dragon says, I decided to go watch it at the theater instead of going to see it while getting lined up at the barbershop. Although someone snuck Chick-fil-A in and pissed everyone off and made my stomach growl. Crazy.
Aww.
Hey, Vinyl Dragon, here's one thing that I got to say because he's a Charlotte homie. So I can't believe they're closing down Phillips Place, man, the South Park area movie theater. That was my second job. I worked there for about 2 years.
Yep.
And they're closing it down. I can't believe it.
Bro.
Closing it down. They're replacing it with, I don't even know what building they're going to replace it with. But I'm very sad and upset. It was just a small, like 10 theater movie theater. And but it does go to show a little bit of the fact that the movie theaters are dying because that is in a prime area of Charlotte, a pretty wealthy area, I guess, of Charlotte now, especially. It wasn't as much like 25 years ago, but now it certainly is, and that one couldn't make it. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and again, it probably definitely hurts the fact that a smaller theater like that, they got hit real hard when COVID happened and everything was shut down.
Yeah.
That had to hurt them real bad financially, and they probably just couldn't recover from it.
Yeah, I'm still friends with some of the people that I worked with back then, so it's like it's one of those. It's like, oh man, I can't believe it. But yeah, I'll have to, no, I guess I can't watch one last movie there, but I'll just have to drive by and pour one out for the old Phillips Place.
That's right, got to pour one out, man. We got to get Vinny Dragon in there too, man. We got all three of us got to go down there and pour one out. I got to say this too real quick, though, about The Rock.
Yeah.
Son, that's the one thing that had me rolling, though, is that how the whole thing with and this is just in general, a comic guy. So, Black Adam, similar to Shazam. He got his Shazam and all that for his powers and all that.
Shazam.
It's always funny seeing the quote-unquote skinny version of The Rock and then Black Adam because it's like, Rock is still big. So looking at that, I was like, always kind of had me rolling where it's like, this supposed to be the tame version. And I'm like, still pretty damn big.
Rock is a monster.
Bold.
Dude is huge.
Yes.
Golly, like his arms are bigger than my whole body. My whole torso it could be on his arm. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. All right, one last thing we could talk about, then we call it an evening. We have to bring this up because it is pop culture related. Kanye West.
Oh God. Okay, I'm so happy you brought that up. Okay, please. Because all right. Go on.
Kanye West decided to go on yet another rant. First, he was hitting the news because he was like, this made me laugh because he was like, Sway did have the answers. So like there was that little interview, and I was like, oh okay, Kanye's in the news for a positive thing, and that like made me happy. I was like, oh thank you Kanye for saying something funny, nice. It's a callback to when I heard that shit live. That shit was fucking. Like, I knew at that point that was going to be monumental. He's like, how, Sway?
Yeah.
How, Sway? Dude, that shit was fucking... And then watching it on YouTube the next day, I was fucking dying. That shit was so fucking funny. I still say that, like, I still say how, Sway to this day.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And I love it. Every time you do it, it still makes me laugh.
And so he's like, oh, Sway did have the answers. But then, Kanye, off his meds, starts going off on this anti-Semitic rant of just all sorts of craziness. Doesn't even like backtrack it. Instead, he just keeps pushing forward with some of the stuff that he's saying. I don't even want to repeat.
Of course.
And I mean, it led to like California. There were like people doing Nazi salutes on the 405 overpasses, saying Kanye's right about the Jews. Like all sorts of shit is going on. It's fucking crazy. Well, today it was announced that Adidas pulled the sponsorship. Other people are dropping off of. I think he had like I don't remember what his little sports subsector thing is called, but people are like dropping off of that. It's like a huge hit to his bottom line, obviously. But man, I don't know.
He's no longer a billionaire now.
Yeah, I can't believe
he actually lost that part of it.
But yeah, that man, I don't know what this dude is thinking.
It was so dumb.
I don't know what he's doing. Dumb. I don't know if he's off his medicine. I don't know, or if he even has medicine. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Because Kanye seems like the kind of guy that even if doctors and multiple doctors would tell this dude, look, you need to kind of take this kind of medicine and stuff, he would be like, nah, I'm smarter than y'all. Y'all know what's going on. I'm good. But I don't know. And you know, mental health is obviously extremely serious. And, you know, we laugh about this dude and the stuff. This kind of just proves the fact he has a problem. He has a serious problem that people like anybody truly close to him, God knows they need to get this man some help. He has a serious problem because I don't see how could he think this wasn't going to end up this way.
Right.
There was no way in his mind he could have thought that because he even, like you said, he didn't backtrack. He's like, oh, I can go up here and say whatever I want to, and they ain't going to do, Adidas ain't going to do nothing. Nobody going to do nothing to me. Nobody going to leave me. I got this. Well, the next day, them boys said, nah, we gone. And Forbes put out the list, and they're like, yeah, he's no longer ranked as a billionaire anymore. He lost it because of his stupidity.
He's still very, very wealthy, obviously.
No, he is. I'm just saying in terms of ranking because this one had him up there to be a billionaire, and this is project out of what's going to happen. So he's still rich, obviously. In the grand scheme of things, they can't take that from him. But no, he's foolish.
Foolish is definitely a good word for it. Ignorant would also be a good word for it.
What did my man
it's
say?
just hard.
Somebody popped up.
And he just said that there is no pill for narcissism. He is extremely narcissistic, but I mean, like, what famous person isn't? It's past narcissism at that point.
No, it is.
Like hating on a whole group of people.
Right. And it's just like, dude, why would you say that garbage and hurtful
when even Donald Trump says that you're acting a little crazy, you might be acting a little crazy. I don't know.
Even when Donald said it, like, yo, you tripping, bro. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I think I'm fucked up. Like seriously.
Yo, if Donald Trump ever said that I was acting crazy, I'd have to take a good hard look at myself and be like, yo, what the fuck? Donald Trump is saying I'm fucking crazy.
Bro, like, I would seriously stop what I'm doing. And even if I'm not even next to a mirror, I'll take my phone out and put a picture thing on and make it look at myself. And I'll be like, yo, something is wrong. I have made some mistakes today.
Shit. But yeah, I just had to mention it because it was pretty taking the news by storm for sure. So we had to throw it out.
This isn't even a thing of like all publicity is good publicity. No, bro, you cost yourself money. You cost yourself millions and millions of dollars. You've lost so many endorsements. This is the type of publicity that can ruin your legacy.
Right.
There's certain publicity that you never come back from.
Right.
Like for instance, Deshaun Watson will always have this stigma and this stank of what happened with those massages. He will always be this for the rest of his life. And that dude is like 26, 27. He's so young, but his life is now always going to be that. And this is one of those things where Kanye, this is just like in such a negative way. You just, God, man, it just makes me sick. All the talent this dude has, and he is in a lot of ways a genius music-wise. But this kind of stuff right here is like, dude, you're one of the biggest idiots I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Vinyl Dragon says, I saw him when he opened for Usher back in 2002. Spent about 30 minutes ranting about working at some clothing store and that they didn't know shit. He just rambled on and on. He has.
I think I remember that. I think I remember hearing about that.
He's also gone on
never
rants
heard about that.
against Jay-Z, who was the first person to put him on. He's gone on rants about everyone, everything. This dude, I don't even know. I can't even keep up with the amount of rants. Hey, happy Halloween, Alpha. Thanks for stopping by. We're about to wrap it up. We appreciate you. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Smash it. Headbutt it. Like Black Santa was saying. Yeah, so just absolute craziness. I can't believe it. But yeah, I had to end it with just like, what the fuck, Kanye?
And I'm so happy you did, because I was sitting on my lunch break and I was looking at that and I was like, me and Dino need to bring this up at some point tonight. Because I'm like, this is amazing, bro. Like, what the hell, Kanye? Seriously?
All right, well, we're going to end it there. We appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. And we will catch you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. As always, stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic Four.